All right, this is like a group TV shows, but it's like something we post on YouTube to show that we're having progress as far as the Marcus Garvey, United States of Africa. But this was a call to look into Trinidad and Haiti and see who would support it. And I see we have you in Philadelphia, and I see we have Paul Pumphrey. He's a Haiti expert and a Congo expert. So we have issues with the different governments trying to stop us and even infighting. But you guys are in Northeast USA, but this was actually a whole Eastern Conference call. So we had a sister from Trinidad pick up. She's on board with working together. She's a traditional chief. And I see you guys in DC and Philadelphia is not too far. But we're still committed in Jacksonville. But this was an East Coast call, so we're still committed down here in Jacksonville. It's just about getting everybody on board. And because a lot of people put themselves out as activists, but then they can't even pick up a call and say when they're available. Um,
You see my
I-
commitment.
I'll let the brother speak. Reverend
Well, what?
I have a reverend here. She travels to the Caribbean and Igbo land, but I'll let you speak, brother Paul, because we've been
Yeah, I was
speaking
just
for
saying,
years.
I was in the midst of actually working with a sister that's getting ready to do a presentation about health when you called me just now, and so I ended up g- getting off that call to get on this call. Um, I agree with you that there's definitely a need for us to get ourselves together and get organized. I end up being involved in doing presentations in about three different national organizations right now.
Mm,
Um, I got one I got to do on the Congo. I got one I'm doing on the Sahel, and I got one I'm doing on Haiti.
wow.
Uh, but the funny thing is, since 1995, I've been to Haiti about 25 times,
Mm,
and I find that most people in this country have no clue about Haiti at all. Because if you're listening to the media tell you about Haiti, then you're going to be one very confused person about what's really happening in Haiti.
mm-hmm,
One of the things that really bothers me about people, the way they describe Haiti, is they describe Haiti as being a very poor country. And the facts are very different. Haiti is probably the richest country per capita in this hemisphere.
mm-hmm,
Uh, Haiti has some of the largest oil deposits in the world.
mm-hmm.
It has trillions of dollars worth of natural gas. It has a mineral that came to Haiti by way of comets and meteorites.
Mm-hmm.
So they came into Haiti by outer space. So you can't find this mineral except for one other place that I know of in this world, and that's South Africa. And it's called uridium. And that one mineral sells for $4,500 an ounce. Let me repeat that. $4,500 per ounce. And
Man,
Haiti has mountains of it.
mountains.
And so what the United States is doing is it's creating a ruckus in Haiti by giving arms to people who can't even make $2.50 a day. How do they have an AK-47? They can't even afford the bullets. But they want us to believe that these guns mysteriously ended up in the hands of these young people inside of Haiti. And like
Mm-hmm,
Haiti doesn't make guns, they don't even make the bullets.
mm-hmm,
So where are the guns coming from? The
mm-hmm,
only country near Haiti that can produce those kind of guns is the United States.
mm-hmm.
The other thing to keep in mind was in 2008, I'm walking down the street and I see this new construction going on. And I'm like, wow, where is this? What is this building here? I get
Mm-hmm.
right up next to it and I find out it's the U.S. Embassy.
Uh-huh.
United States spent $200 million to build an embassy in Haiti. It is the fourth largest U.S. embassy in the world. So the embassy in Haiti that the United States now has is bigger than the U.S. embassy in Canada, bigger than the U.S. Embassy in Great Britain, bigger than the U.S. Embassy in Germany, bigger than the U.S. Embassy in France. So if Haiti's so poor, why would the United States need such a large embassy?
Well,
And the answer for that is the United States is running the government of Haiti.
wow.
The people of Haiti have not been allowed to have an election for over 8 years. And the last president in Haiti was killed by people from Colombia.
Oh, and
What were Colombians
then
doing? And the people from Colombia that killed the president work for the police department of Colombia.
I think I just seen the Colombians in Haiti today.
And so when you ask the people, the head of police, the national police in Colombia, why were there policemen in Haiti? His response was they were working for the United States. And these were the people who killed the last president of Haiti. So obviously our media is not telling us a lot. And what they are telling us is a lie. And why is that? Because obviously people would be very upset if they thought the United States is down in Haiti to rob it. So the media, who gets paid by the corporations that are benefiting from the robbing of Haiti, are going to only tell you what those corporations want you to know. This is why organizations like what you're talking about building is necessary for our community. We need to understand what's really going on and stop buying into the misinformation and lies that our media is telling us. You know, people had an audacity to make a big deal about Joe Biden. Joe Biden was a man who had the United States use its tax dollars to carry out genocide in Palestine. Why would somebody want to support somebody of a political party that supported Palestine? That doesn't mean we got to support the Republicans either. But we need to understand that neither one of them are serving our interests. And we need to start looking for a political organization that's going to serve the interests of the people of this country and stop serving the interests of the large corporations who are ripping us all off. We were in Afghanistan for almost 20 years. Over 19 years, we're training an army in Afghanistan. Joe Biden announced that he wants to leave Afghanistan in 2 weeks, and in less than 2 days, that army that we were training for over 19 years disappeared. How does that happen? You know, and we don't ask the question. In fact, the Taliban, who the United States was supposed to be fighting for 19 years in Afghanistan, was in control of the government of Afghanistan in 2 days after Joe Biden said the U.S. military is going to leave in 2 weeks. So the last 12 days, U.S. military was in Afghanistan. The Taliban was the government. And we don't even ask ourselves questions about that. The United States spent $2.3 trillion on Afghanistan. And all the things they claimed they were doing didn't happen. They didn't establish democracy. They didn't make lives better for the women and girls. They didn't develop the educational system. They didn't develop a decent army. So why were we spending $2.3 trillion? Don't we think that money could have been used better dealing with the problems we have here in this country? We have a fire that goes through LA and puts thousands of people out of their homes. And they say one of the complaints they had was they didn't have enough pumps to get good water pressure for the firefighters to use to put the fire out. We got schools in the inner city falling apart, teachers not being properly paid, not being properly staffed, and we're going to spend $2.3 trillion in Afghanistan? Something has to be very wrong with that. And we need to open our eyes and understand that neither the Democratic Party nor the Republican Party are serving our interests.
I agree. I think
And I'm not even just talking about us as black folks, because white folks send their kids to public schools too.
Reverend Nwosu, I see that you hop back on. Do you have something to say? Because I was looking at organizing something here in Jacksonville and Atlanta regarding what we said with Arochukwu. I have other communities. I have DC, Philadelphia here. I have we had Trinidad on earlier. We have a chiefdom down in Trinidad. People are interested in partnership. The brother speaking, he represents USA and Haiti. He's in DC. So people are
And
picking
Congo.
up
And
in,
Congo.
in Congo, and I think you said you have Sahel contacts.
Right.
Yeah, we need Sahel contacts because those are kingdoms and powerful communities over there in the Sahel too. We could use those if we could all work together. That'd be strong. United
Well,
States
the
of Africa.
Sahel is turning Africa upside downwards.
Upside, right
I,
side up.
Now I said the Sahel is turning Africa upside downwards, or right side up. Put it that way. They're turning Africa right side up.
Yeah, yeah.
When the new president got elected in Ghana, he was pretty much forced by the young people in Ghana to highlight the leadership of the Sahel at his inauguration. In fact, the new president of Ghana said that the biggest cheers at his inauguration were for the president of the Sahel. When Torre showed up, the young people went crazy. He showed up in somebody else's country, and the people in the other country are are cheering for the foreigner, not the new president, but for the foreigner president coming there. That has to say a lot. That he must be doing a lot of right things, which I believe he is. There's many good examples that he's done it. First thing he did, it was good, was he told the French to get out of his country. Not just the French embassy, but he told the French contractors that were mining the gold to get out of his country too, because they were still in the gold. And the result of that is that he turned around and cut a deal with Russia to build a gold refinery inside of Burkina Faso. And he took the gold of Burkina Faso and started refining it. And the result of that was, by him refining his own gold, he increased the value of his gold by 7 times. Something as simple as refining your own gold increases the value of your gold by 7 times. So why would they give their gold to someone else and let them refine it and take that 7-time value outside your country? In Niger, it has yellow cake uranium. France was mining the yellow cake uranium out of Niger and paying Niger 83 cents a kilo for yellow cake uranium, and then selling that yellow cake uranium on the world market for $200 a kilo. Let me repeat those numbers. 83 cents is what Niger was getting, and France was getting $199.17 per kilo. And everybody's going to talk about, oh, how beautiful France is. I guess it is if they're stealing that much money out of Africa. These are the kind of things that we need to know about.
Now they're coming to Nigeria. The president just signed a deal with France to.
The president of Nigeria is so backwards, it's not even funny.
Yeah, everybody
This
knows.
guy is truly, but he's also very, very corrupt. But he will not allow for an oil refinery to operate inside of Nigeria. Now, what sense does it make for you to sell your crude oil out of Nigeria, for $50-some a barrel, when you're buying the diesel back, the same, 55 gallons of diesel back, and you're paying somewhere around about $400 a barrel or $500 a barrel? How does that make sense? It doesn't. So one of the things we need to pay attention to, because a lot of people were all excited about going to Ghana in 19, what was it, 1960, no, what was it, 2016. I'm sorry, 2016. They were excited about going to Ghana, the 4-year return back to Ghana. But the president of Ghana, which was the one who just left office, won't even allow Ghana to sell its own cocoa and make it into chocolate. Instead, by law, the cocoa farmers must sell the government their cocoa. And then the government sells their cocoa to chocolate companies around the world. Well, let me explain what that means. 22 tons of cocoa sells for roughly $47,800. Do you know how much 22 tons of premium chocolate sells for? $3.2 million. So you're going to sell it for $47,800 and let somebody else make $3.2 million off the same amount of cocoa? Something is seriously wrong with that picture. And this is why people who are talking about Africa's poor. No, it's not poor. It's being robbed. And when you look at the NATO nations, whether you're looking at the ones in Europe or Canada or the United States, they're the ones doing the biggest robbing of Africa today. So the questions we need to ask ourselves is, we're over here with this technology. Why are we not learning how to roast and blend coffee? Why are we not learning how to make premium chocolate? Actually, I have. I'm a part owner of a premium chocolate company. But, why we're not learning these things? Because if we learn these things, we can take that knowledge to Africa and change the whole scene of Africa being a continent where people say people are poor. No, they're being robbed. If I steal your money, you will not define yourself as being poor. You define yourself as being robbed. But yet, you have our media telling everybody that Africa is poor, that Haiti is poor. They're not poor, they're being robbed. And what we need to understand is, what do we need to do to stop the robbing?
That's why I called this meeting, and I have Reverend Aneka Nwosu here because a lot of people don't know we have 5 Igbo states in Eastern Nigeria, and that's a federation. And a lot of the things you see in the Sahel are related to what you see in Nigeria. We have a security issue. Uh, I I used to be in conversations about security. We have something called the leopard security, which is imitating the Black Panthers. We used to discuss this in these kind of forums, but it's like we have an opportunity to bring a lot of these countries together. So we were talking about the Igbo land, going to certain communities and having uh, the traditional communities hear about what's going on. And I think if we're looking at Igbo land as a base, so when we could get to Ghana as well. You have the Sahel connections. I have some in Mali, in Burkina Faso. The capitals are actual kingdoms, so it's a traditional thing where we can meet the leaders and really spread one message. But we have 5 states in Igbo land, and I'm going to keep the sister, Mrs. Odom. She's in Philadelphia. She's reliable. Her son was helping me, but he got caught up where we need some lawyers to help us. But DC, we're trying to reach out to people in DC. Philadelphia. I'm in Jacksonville. I'm trying to get more support here. We need more structure and more people to tune into the calls and to organize meetings and business and start traveling in Jacksonville, Florida. So I'm actually the only one in Jacksonville representing, but we have a powerful base here, government connections. So that's what we're looking at. If we could get Jacksonville, Atlanta to these are 2 big cities. If we get some events and traveling uh, and doing business, we can make this become the mainstream. Because a lot of people don't know Nigeria is a federation. We have 5 states in Igbo land that could parrot this, and we're looking for investment and security partnerships. So that's what we need. So I don't know if Reverend Neka, if you could chime in. I think the brother just dropped off, but he's consistent with investment and secure and things like that.
Sorry, please. I have a flu. Okay.
Okay, I see. It's okay, Reverend. I see King Ben Oriaku chimed in. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, King Ben. It's a long time. I don't think we've ever spoken. This is Chisero in Florida.
It's nice to hear your voice this 2025.
Nice to see you. We don't hear from a lot of our traditional leaders too. That's the problem. Our traditional
Yeah,
leaders connect the whole Africa, village to village. That's what we need. Yeah, we're talking about
great.
we're
I'm
talking
in.
about we're talking about people coming home and working together. They have chiefs over here. We spoke to a chief in Trinidad. She's a paramount chief. They practice Yoruba tradition, but they want to work with us. Uh, a paramount chief in Trinidad. We're trying to get connected to Haiti and Jamaica and Curacao. Curacao, we think, wants to come home. And there's also we're looking at the Sahel Federation. They have some kingdoms there that might want to team up with the Eastern region and the try and get the United States of Africa going. We have our own state, so maybe we could have a United States of Africa. Somebody was talking about chocolate investment. So people are excited to come home. Reverend Norsu got sick. I think I was just sick a couple days ago, but she said she wants to bring people to Arochukwu. So I looked at my phone and I saw that you have Umudike Ukwu, and we're just looking at
Yeah,
every yeah. So we're looking at the places that we could come call home and visit and sign documents and try to talk to the traditional rulers councils and make this a real United States of Africa push. So I think that there's a lot of attacks going on Igbo land in Africa right now because we have 5 states, which a lot of tribes in Africa don't have, and we're all around the world, so we can probably push to unite Africa bitter and do business. But a lot of people are probably going to attack us, so we just want everybody to be on one page if they travel. One time, a Haitian man, a senator, traveled home. He met the Nugo Traditional Rulers Council. He met the governors, and then he came back to USA. He got arrested, and nobody heard from him. Moise John Charles, but that's the type of sabotage that goes on. He got arrested in USA. They deported him and took his visa. So we want to make sure when we travel that that kind of thing doesn't happen. So I'm glad you tuned in. This was a call to see who was on board. So I'm glad that you're on board.
no problem. And I'm happy to be on board too. Umudike is a home, it's very peaceful. It's about 29 kilometers from Arochukwu Ancient Kingdom too. We are interrelated, interwoven.
Mm,
Yes, there are negative reports from the southeast, but I think the governors we have now are trying to do things to clean up the security situation. We are
mhm,
hospitable and we are loving people. The
mhm,
vision of uniting us, having the United States of Africa, is a good one and is achievable. I am in and I'm available. My kingdom is open and we can receive as many as and assured protection too.
mhm. And what I've been telling people historically, even if you look at all the flags in Africa, red, black, and green, all that came from Marcus Garvey. So he had like a town union or town association, a development association. Then he wrote the human rights, and he said that every community should be able to govern itself. He was basically developing autonomous community government and telling people how to do business for themselves, how to govern yourself like a kingdom. He was telling the Jamaicans how to get back to tradition and unite with Africa, and telling everybody to get back to tradition and develop themselves, their autonomous communities. And the government of USA just pardoned him, but they said he was a fraud. They sent him to Jamaica. They banned him from Africa. But that's why you see a lot of all these, everybody in Africa is fighting, but they use his flag, red, black, and green, or they use it in politics. But it was about autonomous community development. So we have that more than anybody in Africa. So that's why a lot of times you see things going on in Igbo land that don't make sense because it's connected to Marcus Garvey and that whole mission in uniting Africa. So we still have we have states, we have autonomous communities that are ready for development. We have town associations. Everything Marcus Garvey was talking about, we have it. So now we're seeing who could come home. I have to talk to more people in USA, but Trinidad, they said maybe if we sponsor them, they could come home. Or we'll try and find something, but people are coming on board. So I'll talk to Jamaica. I'll talk more to Haitians. I'll talk more to USA. But people in the next few years, you're starting to see people come back. You see Ari come back. I don't know if you have contact with Rudolph Okonkwo. That's how we met, but I haven't been able to get his contacts from Haiti. So I was thinking they'd be able to come back by now, but I'm still trying to get people to come back. But that's how we met, Doctor Damages. But I haven't. But but it's okay. We can end the call. Uh, we'll just keep things going. Arochukwu's on board. Umudike Ukwu's on board, and we'll keep growing. I think Aguilera too, but I think we have to talk to his chief of staff. We have an Aguilera man on board, so we're going to bring our human rights group and United States of Africa movement home. We just have to pinpoint dates and who's going to be on board on this side in the West. Thank you.